Hello, hello! I am Nuala and I'm the founder of Titanic Brush Company. This is a video to talk you through one of my brush sets at Titanic Brush. This is my second video. One of my customers, Tracy, had bought our 11-piece Ultimate Essentials kit and wanted a kind of run through on what the brushes are used for and how I would use them. Another one of our popular brush sets is the All Bases Covered set, which is this one. So this one compiles of 5 different brushes that I think are perfect for getting a base of any kind. That's not to say that you use all of these brushes in one go, but you can use them for different things. So instead of me doing a complete makeup, I just wanted to show you the difference that these brushes can make. So whether you're wanting like a full coverage makeup or you're just wanting everyday kind of light coverage, these brushes cover everything that you need for your base. So I have already prepped my skin and I think we're ready to just jump into it. I did get some new Charlotte Tilbury products recently and I'm going to use them in this video too, which is their cream blush stick. It looks absolutely gorgeous and I wanted to try this Airbrush Flawless Concealer, Blur Concealer for a while, and my skin tone varies a lot throughout the year because we have no sunshine in Northern Ireland. So I'm going to have a play with them. This will be the first I've tried it as well, so stick with me. So as always, our brush sets come with your brushes in a little waterproof Titanic Brush Company bag. These are great if you are traveling with your brushes or anything and you don't want to bring a whole load. And they are antibacterial and washable. If they get dirty, you can just throw them in the washing machine and they come out like new again. Okay, so these are the 5 brushes and I'm going to take a quick run through them. We've got our 212 brush. This is gorgeous for cream products. The 208 foundation brush. This is my favourite brush, I'd say, out of the whole collection. It's good for liquid, cream or powder foundation. This is the 310 brush. This is very like what traditional foundation brushes would have been like, but I think it gives a really nice smooth application for liquid, but also if you're using you can use it to pat out concealer as well, and it pushes it into the skin lovely. This is the 110 brush. It's a duo fibre and I love this for a really light coverage foundation. And then this one is, I have talked about this in the other brush set, and it was, let's say, created as an eyeshadow brush, but I love it as a concealer brush as well. It's a little kitten paw brush and it's the cutest little thing, but it is got the perfect density and softness. It's like velvet for really kind of pushing your concealer in and blending your concealer out. So we're going to get stuck into all of these. First up, I'm going to do the 310 brush because it's one of the more natural looking products, but also it can be used. I would use this as well with the likes of MAC Full Coverage as well. It's quite good, but I'm going to use it for light coverage. So I'm going to use a bit of liquid foundation. This is Patrick Ta, which is a beautiful foundation and one of the only ones that I can really find is in my shade. It is gorgeous and it puts it on so smooth and easy. There is no drag on your skin at all with this brush. And because of the type of fibres in this brush as well, it doesn't absorb any product. Well, all my fibres anyway are 100% vegan friendly, but because this brush is so thin, it gives a beautiful silky smooth finish. Very light and very natural, but you can see as it goes on that it is buildable and you just work it less. You can pat with it and it's totally buildable if you want to use it as full coverage or just light coverage. So that is your 310 brush. It's really, really nice, super quick and easy to use. Next up is the 110 brush. So this is the duo fibre tips and I'm going to show this on this side of my face with the same product just to show this one you kind of buff in and it really works product into your skin. Just get a little bit more foundation. So as you can see, this is a super light coverage, but like totally natural. Again, with any of the brushes, even though I have this in for light coverage, you can totally build with it as well. I don't want to build my foundation up too much because I'm going to use the other brush, which is for fuller coverage. So if you're doing a look that is, even if you're working on yourself or somebody else, and you're working, say you have beautiful skin, why would you cover it all up with foundation? Maybe you just want foundation in certain places. If you're working on a model or an actress and they have flawless skin, you're only going to want makeup in some places. And this is a really, really good brush for being able to get foundation on there really light and blend it into the skin. Because of the duo fibres, you can choose how much pressure you would put on. Basically, I would lift the product with the white tips and put it on, and then if you press a little harder, the black brushes will help you buff that foundation. And it just means that even if you're only putting foundation on in certain places, it will leave your skin looking so natural and glowing. So it's another beautiful brush. So the next brush up is the 208 brush. This is a duo fibre as well, but in comparison to the 110, which you can see the bristles are definitely more spread out in this, the 208, the duo fibre bristles are so tightly packed and densely packed that it is honestly like velvet on your skin. If you were going to buy one brush out of this whole set, let it be this. So first of all, I'm just going to use up the bit of foundation that I have on the back of my hand. So this is the Patrick Ta liquid, just a little tiny bit on the brush, and I'll show you a bit with the liquid foundation, but then I'll do it with some cream over the top as well. Oh, it's beautiful. It just blends so gorgeous on the skin. So I'm going to use a bit of cream foundation with this brush to show the difference. Can you see how full the coverage is in comparison to the other one? When I'm using cream products with this brush, I kind of just I'm doing like little pats, like tiny strokes and little pats. If I'm doing it with a liquid, I will generally kind of buff it around a bit more, but I love this brush for patting and pushing the foundation into the skin. I'm going to have the most flawless skin after this video. So that is a heavy cream product from this palette, and it looks like skin. I'm just putting a bit more on because I have to go out, and I don't want to go out with a face that is totally different from one side to the other. But as you can see, all of those brushes give you, whether you want full coverage or natural coverage, full coverage or light coverage, they all have a beautiful, flawless finish. Really, really natural. Next up is my little kitten paw brush, the 203. Honestly, I have so many of these in my kit for both eyeshadow and for concealer. I absolutely love them. If you want to see it as an eyeshadow brush, check my previous video, which is the Ultimate Essentials kit. But for today, we're going to use this as concealer, and oh, it's so good. So I'm going to try out my new Charlotte Tilbury one, and I'm also going to use a cream concealer, but I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one first. So this is a liquid. I've heard this is literally the first time I'm putting this on my skin. So I've heard this is super full coverage. So I'm just going to start off with a little and see how we get on. And really, you're just going to tap this into your skin like it's a little kitten paw. That is so full coverage. But with the discoloration under my eyes, boy, oh boy, do I need it. Probably too light a shade for me at the moment, but I'll blend it in. So you can see, even though that is not really the right shade of concealer for me, for a full coverage liquid concealer, that made such light work of it. It is just totally blended into the skin. Look how bright that is. That is a gorgeous concealer. So I will try the same brush on a cream concealer now on this. I love it with the cream concealer. And it's the same thing, just pat. Can you see that product? No, you can't. It is just melted. It is such a gorgeous brush. So I will use it in around my nose. It's the softest little brush. Okay, so these aren't just for foundation, they're also for blusher or bronzer too. So I am going to show you next the 212 brush. This is another duo fiber brush, and I showed it in my last video as well as used for a blusher. You can use this for cream products or powder products. I love it for cream products. I love the size of it for getting in for contour, for blusher. You can also use it as a foundation brush for like a medium coverage, but kind of be in between that, the 110 and the 208 in terms of like the density of the duo fibers, the white fiber tips. So that tells us that really it will give medium coverage. For now, I'm going to use it on contour and blush. Okay, I am going to use my Kiko bronzing stick, contour stick, and it's just a cream product. This is a really nice contour stick. It's kind of more like a bronzer stick, I would say, because it has like a slight bit of warmth to it, but also cool enough to be a gorgeous contour stick. And really with this brush, you're just patting, and you can see how easy that blends. You can buff as well. For smaller areas like under the cheekbones where you want precision, I would tap it in. For larger areas, you can just use that to kind of buff across. Go back to tapping in. You can see this takes like no time at all. It is gorgeous. So you can really, with this kit, with this set, the all bases covered set, you can really just tailor to however you want your makeup on any given day. It covers you literally for all bases. I am going to try out this Charlotte Tilbury cream product, the blusher, and it's pretty glow. I've seen reviews on it that it is quite full coverage, but it looks like it can break down, like, you know, blend in quite sheer. So I'm just going to start off a little bit at the start because I don't want to look like a clown. And I'm using the 212 brush again. Oh, that blends lovely. And that is definitely blends down sheer. I'm going to pop a bit more on. Oh, it's a gorgeous colour. If you have kind of pink undertones to your skin, and what I have is kind of pink undertones with a touch of Irish Banshee blue. That is a really nice blush. And it blends in really beautifully. And I've layered liquid cream and cream again on this. It's really nice. It's really nice. So that's all the brushes covered. You can use the likes of the 110 for blusher. You can use the 208 if you want like fuller coverage too. For the 110, if you were using a cream stick, I would kind of just go back and forth over it. Lovely. If I was doing the 208, I would just put that on and tap. Really nice. Lovely product. You'd think I was selling the Charlotte Tilbury blusher in this video, but you can see that all of those brushes are just designed to give you the most flawless, perfect base. What isn't covered in this set are your powder brushes, and the point of breaking my brush sets up into different stages is you might already have a favourite powder brush and you don't need it. If you don't have a favourite powder brush and you don't have any favourite brushes, you can go the Ultimate Essentials, which is my 11-piece ultimate kit of my favourite brushes. If you're just in the market for some nice powder brushes, we have another brush set called the Fluff and Buff, which is all different powder brushes for all different areas of your face, and it's a really nice one too. So maybe I'll make that my next video. Who knows? But thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe if you have any questions, leave a comment. You can get us on Instagram, on Facebook at Titanic Brush. We also have a WhatsApp number on there that you can just send us a WhatsApp message. So I pick up all the messages myself. So if you have any queries about any of them, or if there's something in something specifically that you want to see, just let me know. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.